Okay, I am months behind since I am all alone and there's no questions. I can come out, give that answer, and a group of people keep that thought. So I come out and go over and over and over. We're going to start out with the roulette board. Okay, we have the American roulette, we have the English roulette. In the English roulette, it is now stated they say orphan or orphelin. I always look at it as orphans. It also says the golden, okay, the golden psi. What the golden psi is 17, 34, and 6 equals 57, 20, 1, 35, 66, 75, 57, 75, which is 75 times 75 plus 75 plus 75 equals 57, 75. 76 times 76 is 57, 76, and we are in 57, 76. When this year ends, we are 5777. With that said, let me continue 1, 2, 3 numbers. Divided by 19, 57 divided by 19, 3 parts of artificial intelligence which rests inside the moon, which is the gateway of 7. 7, 8, 76, 1776. On the other side, okay, is black 20, 51, area Mars, 1 and 9, artificial intelligence. 1 and 9. 17 and 6 is 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 70, 74, the number of Jesus. Since this is 74, the other number must be 9, 23, 24, 49, 59, 69, 79, 83, the number to the church. 7 and 4 is 11, 8 and 3 is 11, 11 and 11. This one is 75 and 5 numbers, which equals to 25 times 3. This is 19 times 3, 3 and 3, 2 sides. Remember, areas from here to here in this area. 6 is the adjoining number. Okay. What we're going to do next is 25 and 19 equals to 44. And that is the number of presidencies we are in right now. Presidencies allocated to term presidencies because one of the presidents were repeated. So we do not have 44 presidents. We have 43. This is called the orphan child, and if you go to a roulette board, especially the ones that are automatic or the ones you put the coins in, I think it is, they will say orphans and they will pull out these numbers. Okay, this is set number 1. E, G, Y, P. Egypt comes back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, and back to the beginning. 7, 7, 7 is in the moon. 5 and 2 is 7, 7 and 0, 7 and 0, 7 and 0, the year 2000. 9 and 7 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, 9 and 7 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, angel 48. This is the doorway. 777, the light of 6. Now, there's many things to explain in this. On the cube, this is the one number on the cube. Okay, excuse me, the one number on this is 45 degrees or 90 minutes before the hour to 12 or 10:30, and this one is 180 minutes. 180 and 90 is 270, 2 and 7. Remember, 270, it will come up again. 16, 16, 16 is 48, plus the 2 equals to 50, but it's 62 because there is a 0 to. We had all 2 numbers for each one, just like it's 09, 09, 09, which will become 69, 69, 69, 15, 15, 15, 1 and 5, 6, 1 and 5, 6, 1 and 5, 6. I don't want to take you there, but I already did. 1 times 6 is 7, 1 times 6 is 7, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 and 6 is 7, 1 and 6 is 7, 1 and 6 is 7, 7 and 6 is 13, 7 and 6 is 13, 7 and 6 is 13. This one over here all added up is 16 plus the 2. Why I brought the 62 is because if I brought this to another level, I can bring this to another level. If I don't bring it to the other level, it's 48 and 2 equals 50, which becomes 56, and that's a representation of the red sun. Multiplying and adding these numbers, go 13, 13, 13, 93, represented inside Saturn, and the letters are CI, equaling to a total 3 and 9 is 12, and L says CL, meaning the sky. 39 plus the 2 equals to 41. 41 is AD, where 1 is inside 4. The 4 is the 4 corners of a circle. 60, because the 2 is 02, becomes 60. This becomes now 101. Next year, when we end this year, becomes the year 2000. 5 and 8 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 and 4. 5 and 5 is 10 is 1. 147. 174. 174 is many numbers. I don't know if I have it with me right here. Is it in this book? Adding up the numerological value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 60, 116. Those are the initials, and bring 3 and 4, bring together the year, initials of all the months. 116. 34, this becomes 92, that is the birth. 11 and 6, that is the key. 11 and 6, which is 2 and 6, and the key becomes Venus inside of Saturn, in which is switched inside Lo Shu or magic square to where it becomes Pluto and Uranus. 34, 92, 92 and 6 is 98, and 50 is 148. This is the spirit in an area space. 4 and 8, which is the representation, the numerological value of Pluto, which is inside 8 and 4, which is Neptune and Mars, or in magic square, which becomes the spirit inside Earth. 1 and 3, or 13, the spirit of 76. 60, 116, and 58 becomes 174. You read it the other way, becomes 92, becomes 148. Never add more than 3 in a row. Otherwise, you're turning everything around. It's just like facing Rubik's Cube. You see this side. All I have to do is show you 3. The 4th one, you're back to where you began. So we're going to put this down and now bring this up. 5 and 8, 5 and 2. This is all the center numbers. This is down the pi hole. 147 is to the left. These 3 are in the right. These numbers, this number 5, will now bring you the spirit of the gateway. Why is it the spirit of gateway? Because number 4, alternative energy. Okay, 4 is if you play a 7-game series, the 4th game will take you out. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals to 3 and 4. 3 and 4, 7, 7, 7. The gateway in the moon. 7 times 6, 42. 7 and 6, 13. The spirit of 55. This is also electric company. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10 is 35. This will create number 23. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 equals to 15 and 8 is 23. The 8 ball and the 15 ball coming together. Okay, 23. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, 8 and 6. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. We now have 0, 7, and 14. The cube, 4 around sides, 14, and one side, 7. 14 and 7, 21 the cube. This becomes 67 and 14, 81 Venus. 5 and 7 is 12. 5 and 67 is 72. The gateway, the B gate. Father, this stands for father. The spirit of father, 1 goes between 2. Father, AB. The 2 letters are AB for Abba, which also means the strike. 5 and 13 equals 18. This says the ocean or the mother. Why? Because in pool, 5 and 13 are the same ball, and it is altered current. 18 is the angel, the R letter. It is M-E-R. Mayer says the ocean, the movement in the ocean is inside the moon, which is your 777. 9 and 2 is your birth. Remember, 9 and 2 once, 9 and 2 twice, 9 and 2 3 times. Your 5 and 4 is your 9. Your 54 is the moon. Your 54, 54, these are all 54s. These are all 9s. 9, 9, 9, and 3, saying the sky within the gateway runs within the sun and the moon. Venus is the number. Is there anything else in here? Should we leave it at that? I'm working on something else. The word oil backwards says Lua or Leo. Leo is the astrological sign. It also says inside Leo is 10. The French exchanged the E for the I, which is 5 and 9. And when you read this in French, okay, oil or loi backwards says it is the law. When you put together these letters, J and I, 9 and 10, 9 and 10, 19. 0, 9 becomes 25. 25, 25, 25 equals to your 75. What is this? The Jack and the I both have a dot when you play the English language. The English language is a code. Okay, it's probably the most simplified code you will ever find, and find languages that go with the English language. The other thing is the pupil in the eye. The pupil is also known as a student, and it is also known for 11 or 11 in the game of craps, because they say 11 student for the number 11. 1 and 1 is 2, and 7 the gateway inside the moon, the student, the eye, the child. is 7 and 2. If you want to know 666, it equals 216, plus 18 is 234, the vibration within 51, which is communication inside the moons of Mars. Here, over here, the opposition of 666 is 888. 8 times 8 times 8 is 512 memory, plus 24 is 536. 536, anytime you see a 5, it means half. Anytime you see 2, it means half. Excuse me, when you see 5, actually, it should say quarter, because the 5 number is found in the middle. But anything multiplied by 5 will make everything look like half. 5 times 36 is 180, or 18, which is half. 536, 860, or 686, whichever way you want to put it. 6 times 8 is 48. Times 6 is 240, and 48 is 288. 288 by 1.25, 1 1/4, which creates the 360 degrees. 8 and 6 is 14, 9 and 5 is 14, 4 and 10 is 14. In this game of craps, these are the dice associations in which the payout in this is 7 to 6. The payout in this is 7 to 5. The payout in this is 9 to 5, which is your birth in communication. And it's also 2 to 1 if you buy the number. 2 to 1, I see my shadow. 868, 686, 42. 42 is a representation of E and I, E-I-E-I-O, 5 and 9. 959 is 23. 595 is 19. The letter S, the letter W, the combination that goes together, the letter T, the letter U that goes together. These 414 or 141, this is an association of the sun, equaling to 9 and equaling to 6. 9 and 6 comes together. This one will now equal to 7 and 5, or 5775, which is the gateway number, and it also has to do with George, whatever you can find about George Washington, and it's related to Hoover Dam. This becomes 48, again, 48. 8 times 6 is your 48. And it's also a representation of 14, okay, which is the 4 sides of the cube. And at the same time, the queen. And the queen is number 62, which in magic square, the position 2 and 6 is now held by Pluto and Uranus, in which normally it's held by Venus and Saturn. So those are your numbers. And here you get 7 and 2, 9, which is the letter I, B, G. Big. This says big. Big 6 and 8 is what they play with. Big 6 and 8. What does it mean to you? We're at 12 minutes right now. I do have a piece of magic square in here and 1, 2, 3. I also have a piece. I'm just trying to see where I was running this page. Give me a second. Yes. There's another thing which is over here, which is the understanding that Mercury goes with Saturn. At the same time, the crisscross on this brings Mercury with Pluto. At the same time, the in-between of Mercury with Pluto is Mercury and Pluto. You see this 5 over here? Why? Because in Chaldean, Pluto gets number 5. Right here in the center, 1 and 5. I don't know why it's like that. Yes, the reason it's like that is because the number 9 position is here, and Pluto is there, but we put a 1 inside Mercury, 1 inside Pluto. They join together, just like Earth comes inside Uranus. When we work the numbers as Chaldean, we work the numbers Gematria, we work the numbers as Lo Shu, in which Lo Shu has also a connection, of the whole connection to the numbers in magic square. And these are the regular numbers, okay? This is one way to hook up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here's your 4 numbers separated by your 4 corners. Now, I didn't want to get into that. I'm not. I just want to mention this, and I've mentioned it before. 1 T does not work. 2 T's does not work. 3 T's doesn't work. 5 T's doesn't work. But 40 works. 60 works. 70 works. 80 works. And 90 works. And it works with T or D, T or D, T or D, T or D. And in the language of French and English, it is tenzis, 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 tanzit. Tanzit means the tendency. And they switch languages, and they can also say it the same way, because when you say 7D, is it 7T or 7D? Which way is it said? I didn't really understand you. So there's a whole relationship. I'm going to come in with Lo Shu next, which is magic square, and I'm going to add up all the numbers and show you how they're relations, because everything is related to a number, and everything has a coordinate space. Everything, you could have a circle, but the only thing the circle says is I have 4 corners. The only thing that a triangle says is I am 1/2 of the square. And when you put two triangles together, although it has 4 corners, but a triangle is actually 3 points. But in the 3 points, once you draw a line from the top point as the cross, you end up with another point showing that there's a halfway point inside a triangle. But the actual thing is a triangle is 3, a square is 4. To double the size of a triangle, all you need is one more corner and the same size as a triangle. You follow what I'm saying? Here we're going to show it over here. Here's your triangle. 1, 2, 3 areas, right? But once I do this, I add one more and I doubled my space. 3 equals to 120 and 4 equals to 90. This equals to 210. This equals to my 7. The average is 30. Inside creation, we now connect the two. The greatest diameter, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.